All right, Bailey. So now we're moving on to the actual like pages. Give me a second while I grab a ruler. I totally forgot I'm gonna need a ruler, or just a flat edge. It doesn't really matter. I'm saying ruler in case you need to measure anything. Okay, so in this little book I showed you, obviously the pages are smaller than a normal piece of paper, so that was just up to me. I wanted a smaller book. It's not super big, it's not super small, it's like a nice little size, almost like a notebook size. So you get to decide how big you want to make it, okay? And for the first, I'm just going to use a full page because I don't want to measure and cut things, okay? So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to measure the bottom and find the very middle of my page. This is 11 inches, so half of 11 inches is 6.5. Give me a second. Of course, I grabbed the one pencil that doesn't work. I'll use a pen so you can see the marks, okay? So, 6.5, I marked it just a little bit at the bottom. And then I'm going to measure the top of my paper. And I'm going to do 6.5 up here. When you were doing your research and you were like, what are all these words? I'm pretty sure that this is called a folio, okay? This is a page, 5.5, Bailey. I'm sorry. You want 5.5. I knew it looked weird. 5.5 comes to 11. Anyway, this is a page that hasn't been folded yet. And the way that it would look, let me show you one, is that when you printed it, you would do double-sided printing, okay? So one whole folio would be something like this. So, get it. This would be the very front, this would be the back page would have this information on it and this information on it. And then the whole other side would have all this information on it, if it makes sense, okay? Like if I could flip it over, you would see that this is one side and this is the other. So it comes out that you have 4 pages on one page, but one page is the back and one page is the front, okay? And these are called recto and verso. These are the 2 sides of the pages. I don't remember which one's which, but I think verso might be left and recto might be right. Those are just some terms, okay? So, I found the middle of my paper, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use my ruler to line up the 2 marks that I made, okay? And I'm going to take this bone folder is what it's called, and I'm going to hold it like this, okay? It's nothing crazy. And you're going to push down. You don't want to push like super hard because you're just going to run it over. But you're going to do that a few times, okay? It's just how, I just did it 4 times, and I don't know if you can see it, but it kind of left a little line in there, and that line you can tell. And the line's really helpful because now I can fold it exactly on that line, and it's completely even, okay? It turned out good because I measured it correctly, all right? Now I'm going to do this a few more times so we have a few different spreads, okay, so I can actually bind a book. Lost my marker. Oh, there we go. Once again, I'm finding half of the page, and that's really easy. If you want to make your book smaller, or if you just want to use a normal piece of paper for your practice so that you don't have to cut anything, just measure how long the piece of paper is and divide that in half, okay? You mark the top and the bottom. You line it up on the 2 lines that you made. And when you're doing this, the bone folder is a little bit fat, so you don't want to do your ruler right against the lines. Give him just a tiny bit of space, and you'll figure it out yourself. It's not hard. You're just doing a practice one, okay? Run it over a few times. You have a nice line, a nice dent. And if you really want to make sure that you get it right, some people will flip it over and do the same thing on the other side, but just for this, I don't think that's necessary. It's coming out fine. Okay? And I'll do one more set of them. Oops. Once again, I have it halfway. Gonna run that bone folder over it a few times. Okay. And fold right on the line that's already made. Very easy. Alright.